It's just a standard SD card. It's not gonna be like SDXC or anything like that, but just a standard SD card. It'll run just fine. You can save all your stuff on there. One thing they actually announced with this was it's coming out August 19th, the same day and date as New Super Mario Bros. 2, which is interesting in itself, that game, because it's the classic, Mario Brothers title, but it's all about gold.
I was gonna say
You turn
it's Mario
everything
getting greedy.
It is. It's like, is this, Miyamoto telling, the United States quit being so greedy? I have no idea.
No, I think it's more like I'm going to be greedy and take all your monies now. All your money belong to
It
me.
already prints money. They don't need any more than they make.
I don't know. Yeah, but the thing is, they're finally... One thing Nintendo's been really good at is finding their niche, and to their core audience, even with the stumbling blocks that they encounter with the Wii, which I think, even though those things were impossible to get, they were a runaway success, but the games weren't there.
True.
But the fact that what they're doing with I think the XL is a step in the right folder, because the 3D, one of the big complaints about the 3D was the fact that people got headaches from it. I think that part of that was the fact that it was a small screen going 3D. You expand that screen,
True.
It's going to help. It's going to ease some of that. Like I'm lucky; it doesn't give me a headache. I can look at the 3D and I'm cool with it. Whereas my fiance, it gives her migraines. She can't do 3D. We can't even go see movies in 3D at the theater because it makes her sick, which really sucked when Tron came around. But it's I think it's going to be really cool. Like I said, it's enough to between that, the 90% larger screen, because I'm getting old and blind. Yeah, right. Anyway, the 90% screen coupled with they're not radically altering the price point.
No.
That's
classic Nintendo, though. Because almost everything they do is in-house, they can lower prices farther than any other company like Sony or Microsoft. But at that same point, though, because I had the initial DS when it came out. I had a white one. I played it all the time. And then I sold it for a Laserdisc player, but we're not going to get into that. My question, and I want to ask your thought on this, would you go for this for $199, or would you go get a PS Vita? Because before, it was always Nintendo and somebody else trying to, come in second, like the PSP, or remember the N-Gage from Nokia.
No, the N-Gage. God, I actually bought one of those.
What? Why did you?
No, not the N-Gage. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. What was that? The phone Nokia?
The Taco one, yeah.
The Taco phone?
Yeah.
I bought one of those for my then girlfriend. Yeah, so that we could play. In fact, we bought it in 2004 because it came with Tomb Raider.
I remember that. I was working at GameStop when they came out, and no one would touch that thing.
Yeah, I bought it so that she could play Tomb Raider on the trip to Japan back in 2004.
All
right. So yes, I had one of the Taco phones, but the chalupa. Yeah, that was a suck fest. The PS. See, that's a tough call. I mean, I've got a PS or a DS. No, I just got a first gen DS.
Okay.
I got a DS Blue that I don't play much now. I couldn't really get into it. None of the games were compelling enough to keep me there. The PS Vita, I'm looking at that going, hey girl, you got a pretty mouth. It's it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. The screen is beautiful. I like the idea of the touch screen on the back, but there aren't a lot of games that are compelling on it. And that's my big thing, especially, I am one of the classic ADHD kids, it's got to keep my attention. And nothing so far on the Vita screams, oh my God, I have to play this.
Even all the stuff that was shown at E3 this year. Nothing there like grabbed you and I already know the answer to this, but I'm just asking anyways. There was nothing there that really grabbed you and said, I need to buy a Vita.
It made me more curious.
Okay.
But right now, it's all on speculation until the stuff actually starts hitting the shelves. Not really. So between the XL and that, there's some really good stuff coming out for the XL. I mean, they announced that they're going to be releasing this holiday season. They're going to be doing the Kirby,
That's right.
the 20th anniversary Kirby, which is going to have pretty much every game from that going back to the beginning in an emulator on the 3DS XL.
That had to be really nice. Another game they announced for
that is almost enough to make me get it.
What else did they also announce? Of course, a brand new Smash Brothers game that's going to be cross-compatible between the 3DS and the Wii U. So maybe they're trying to do the same thing that Sony was showcasing at E3 with the PS Vita acting as a controller for the PS3. Maybe, maybe not.
Well, that also brings up the question, though. They're doing here we go on video games again. With the Wii U coming out, they've got the Uber controller for the Wii U, which is going to have. I mean, is that going to be tied to the Wii U, or is that going to be a take it along and play it thing?
It's a give and take on that. Who knows?
How many LCD screens do you need in your living room?
As many as I can get. I have 6 in my bedroom.
You're going to look like that scene in... Oh, yeah, you got the Hydra set up.
Yes, I do.
It's going to look like that scene in Far Cry 3. You know? It's going to be a little crazy, dude. So to answer you... So long story short, too late. It's a toss-up. I could honestly go either way. Okay. I'm leaning towards Nintendo because they actually have more games that look like fun.
Is that just due to the fact that it's... excuse me. Is that more just due to the fact that they have a lot of classic titles? If you played, this nostalgia title, or is it more along the lines of they look more interesting to you?
There's a lot of nostalgia titles in there. The problem I have with a lot of the handhelds is, except for some really crappy rehashes of old Square games, there haven't been a lot of compelling RPGs, and RPGs are something I'm really big on.
Okay.
Although they are going to be doing a 3DS version of Zelda Ocarina of Time.
It's about time.
Yeah, so again, that's putting more points in their favor.
Okay. Well, let's move on to... let's go talk about some anime now. It's kind of tied in with tech. Acer Japan, they decided to do a collaboration with Production IG to create a series of animated shorts featuring several of Japan's female athletes heading over to the London Olympics. Kind of an interesting idea. The whole idea behind it is surprise for you to push yourself to do better. I understand it for the athletes, and I understand that Production IG is well known for their quality, and these videos really show that. I'm trying to find the tag from that to go into Acer. I'm going to work for the Olympics, so I have a laptop.
Well, you got to watch your anime on something while you're on the plane over.
Okay, we're going to go for that. Okay, fine. I'll let that go.
I don't know. I haven't seen the article you're talking about. So,
oh, you haven't?
No.
Okay.
So I'm thinking... I mean, if Acer sponsored it, they get the bonus of reaching out to the anime fans. They also get the Olympic bonus. Is Acer a Japanese company? I thought Acer was a...
There's multiple divisions. This is Acer Japan that had to deal with Production IG.
Okay.
So
I'm
trying to grab it.
They could be helping reach out to the otaku set.
I guess that kind of makes sense. I mean, I'll throw in and post an image of it. The whole thing about the videos is they just look really nice. They look definitely what you would expect from Production IG, with a little bit of maybe a softer hand to them. But other than that...
Softer hand?
Softer touch. It's not really as hard line you would get from, say, Ghost in the Shell or something like that. But It looks almost like what if Production IG did a Ghibli movie? So, but then again, these things are only 30 seconds to 90 seconds long, so there's really not much you can throw in there.
Okay.
So, all right. Well,
it can also be along the lines of that. Remember that Subaru anime?
Oh yes, and Toyota's done one as well.
Did Toyota do one?
Toyota did one as well. PES, Peace Echo Smile. It was all featuring, I think, 5 girls in space, and there was a scene where they had a Prius C, I think it was, actually flying through space.
God.
I mean,
we learned from the Subaru one.
Well, at that point, I would give Subaru higher credit over Toyota on this, because in the Subaru anime, the girls and some of the items that were used during this Edge episode were kind of tied to Subaru.
Well, yeah,
But you never saw a
flying
freaking
sticks sounded
Subaru.
like
Well, yes, but you never saw a freaking Subaru car.
no.
I can accept
There was
in
no
anime.
blatant product placement.
Yeah,
Okay,
I can
do that.
accept girls on broomsticks flying through space that
Sounding
sound
like Subarus.
yeah, sounding like Subarus.
That's the part that got me. If you remember in the review,
Mhm.
I did like, what the hell?
God, we haven't done that review in a long time. Maybe we'll do a review it for a couple weeks. But well, speaking of anime, let's briefly talk about what's going on next weekend. It's some little tiny con that somebody's trying
That
to
nobody's
throw
ever
together.
heard of.
Yeah.
That has. Yeah, I can't say that with a straight face, dude. Yes, next weekend is Anime Expo. It's back at LACC again.
Mhm.
They've got a fairly decent guest list, and it's gonna be Anime Expo. I mean,
It is what it is.
yeah, no, it's like I said before. I don't hold the con any ill will.
Yeah, same here.
So I think that it's gonna go, and the challenge is gonna be overcoming
X Games.
X Games, and
Yeah.
that's the part I'm waiting to see is how they address that.
Especially the fact that everything or outside the LACC is X Games. Where the buses usually go in, that's part of the rally course. Chick Hearn is closed off. Behind Nokia Theater is the skateboard, like the street and the skate park. Yeah. I believe in the back area of the LACC is going to be the pits for the BMX bikers are going to be inside Staples Center. Across the street is the giant vert ramp.
Yeah, no, it's everything north of Pico is screwed. But you know they've had a year to work on it,
Mhm.
and like we said last week, Matt, who runs our security, is a really good guy and he knows his shit. So I think they're going to do everything they can.
Okay.
Nothing's going to be perfect. It can't be.
No, it's very true. They're doing some things to try to help out with the transportation as well, because there's basically only one spot in the entire LACC where you can stop and drop off
Right.
buses, at least.
Right.
But the thing is that if you have a 4-day badge, which 90% of the people who go to AX buy anyways, they will get free bus passes, and they'll go to all the different hotels. Which I think, okay, fine, they have that. That's good. Because trying to walk, I don't even know if you can without an ESPN badge to walk through X Games from the hotel to the LACC. I don't know if you can actually do that. Much less if
you can walk on Olympic.
Okay. But then you'll be surrounded, if you're in cosplay and say you're cosplaying someone from, say, Sorono Toshimono, super skimpy outfit, and you want to walk through a group of
Bunch of
drunk
red
college
X
frats.
gamers. Yeah. Yeah,
We'll
no,
see
it's
what
going to be a
happens.
challenge. It's going to be a challenge, but
I'm just hoping they'll be respectful. I know anime fans, they'll be respectful of everybody else because we have to
They're
be.
cool like that.
Yeah, we're good like that. So,
I think it'll be good. I think it'll be what it'll be.
Okay, yeah.
I'm hoping for the best because there's some groups in there that I was part of the original team on that I honestly hope come through and I know will put on an excellent show for the fans.
It should be fun for the fans. It depends to see how the staff handles all the problems they have every year. Save face, I guess.
Well, no,
But-
the staff adapts to the best of their ability, and they've always been really good about that.
Yeah, true.
Just ignoring all of the political stuff up top, the staff are excellent.
They are. They very much are. They work their asses off every single year.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
But I mean, I know you're not going because you're actually going on vacation, lucky dog.
For the first time in 15 years.
Yeah, exactly. Go enjoy it and whatnot. I'm actually going to be going around AX, but surprisingly, as an attendee, that's going to be a new thing.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, exactly. I've always been doing staffers. My first year going to Anime Expo was actually as a staffer, so we'll see what happens. If any
Mine
of the-
too. Actually, no, my second year.
Second
My first time I ever went was in '95 when I entered the AMV contest and sucked ass. Oh, I was horrible. I was new to the whole making of AMVs. I had no idea what should have properly gone into an AMV. I made something that looked like a Hollywood promo of the day where you've got, some anime, some rock group and mixing live action and just, it's crap. I can look back at it now and go, it's crap. For what it wasn't bad, but it was still crap compared to what it's supposed to be. And then I came back in '98 and that's when I got drafted to staff.